Hello, everybody. My name is Storm. I am here with another cast, and it is. Oh, oops! I accidentally closed everything I had open. It's going to be between BlackDeath, the blue Terran in the top left corner, and Phoenix, the red Zerg on the bottom right. It is going to be on Ohana, which is in the new map pool as of season 7. Not sure how I feel about the map quite yet, though. It's like I mentioned in a previous cast, I don't like destructible rocks blocking my third, because I like to get my third actually relatively quick. I am very excited to cast this game, however, because Black Death, I do see him on the forums a lot. I've heard a lot about him. He also subscribed to my YouTube channel, as did Charger. And as I hear, little spoiler alert for everybody, there's a little bit of BM that goes along here. I do not have the mature language filter on, though. I should probably put that on when I cast. However, I do not. So if there is bad language, which I am not sure because I actually don't watch the replays before I cast them, I'd just like to let you guys know. He did warn me at about 10 minutes is when it starts kicking in. So if you are a little bit of the younger audience, please be sure to close this cast out. You can watch it. I can give you the replay. I'll put it in the description in case you do want to watch it with the mature language filter on, so you do not get in trouble. Looks like we have a 13 gas going down here for Black Death, which does kind of indicate a reactor Hellion is kind of the standard. He can do something else. There's still always 2 racks. Good 111. There's a little bit of variations that he can do, but I'm pretty sure that I'm safe to say he's likely going for the reactor Hellion build. It's the most standard play you can do, and I do know Black Death is as a standard player. From what I hear, every single TVP does a 1x fast expand. Well, not every single one. I'm sure he does something different, but, you know, I think that's kind of his build of choice, as is mine. Trying to catch my breath here, guys. Not because of the cast, though. Just been running around. Went to Walmart. Everyone knows a little bit about Walmart. Yeah, gotta get some cat food. Got 2 cats. Just kind of an opener. I guess I could talk a little bit about the map since we're trying to waiting to see what's going on here. As I mentioned, I don't like the destructible rocks at the third. Once you kill them, it is actually kind of easy to defend it, ish. The only problem is that like there's this ramp here. However, like if a Protoss came here, it'd take like 2 or 3 force fields to deny it, and you also have the back ramp, so it's kind of easy to defend. It's like for Zerg. It's very, very easy for them to get around and do like flanks and such. We do see a factory going down here for Black Death and a reactor, so my assumption was pretty good. I'm glad. We do have a queen on the way for Phoenix. Queen in both the main and the natural. Everything being very, very standard. It takes TVZ a little bit to kind of open up and get out there, but once it does, it can be crazy. Especially, I believe it was Black Death. It might be Wrath, but that does some very, very serious aggression. I have to admit something, guys. I love that SCV timing. I like how it got there right at the natural and placed that command center down immediately at 400 minerals. Like he had 10 minerals above, but my timing's not as good. He has 2 Marines patrolled over here to kill off Zerglings so the Zerglings can't scout. Now, I am going to check really fast. Did Phoenix see that? He did not see the expansion. He did see a supply depot, so it's going to help with the wall in. Ooh. We have an Overlord being sent over here, guys. Can he hide right here? Possibly. But if the Marines catch that, ooh, you're a dead Overlord, and you could supply block your ally Phoenix here, your commander. Just some injects going on as well. We have the command center at the bottom location, getting a Marine and Stim. Now, normally I see a lot of Terrans actually getting the Marauder first because some Zergs will open up with that Roach Rush or the DRG Roach Expand. And it can be quite deadly if you don't actually get Marauders. So, as I mentioned that, there's a Marauder. Black Death always thinking ahead. Getting the 3 Marines and then decides that he wants that Marauder. And a bunker going down as well. Overlord just kind of chilling out at the third base of Black Death. Good creep spread going on here, getting that all started. Got a macro hatch up already, wow. Which might be standard at Masters League. I'm just a lonely little diamond here trying to make his way. We have the factory being floated off. Now, what I like about this build is it actually has a few different deviations that you can do. You can do a tank push, a 3-tank push, or you can go for fast medevacs and do some quick drop play. Ooh, the Hellions kind of overstepping their bounds, losing one of the Hellions to a Spine and Queen. Not very good. You need to keep those Hellions alive, but it is okay. You can kind of sack one of them. He'll be alright. Going to the Xel'Naga Tower because he feels that he can't overextend. He can't lose any more Hellions right now. He has to play very safe. So, as I mentioned previously, however, we do have a reactor going down on the factory and a starport being made. So yeah, he is going to go for the fast medevac play, which can be very, very, very entertaining. It's very cool to watch. In fact, this is what I do, is the fast medevac. So I hope I don't get popular so Zergs can't metagame me, but I love this fast reactor starport play. We have, oh cool, we have this SCV over here blocking the third base of Phoenix, or just being able to scout it as soon as it goes down, and it's going to be a little bit pesky, just to check for fun. It is on hold position as well. Just the base is getting saturated, getting about 600 minerals here. He is going to fix that quite shortly, throwing down 2 supply depots, almost supply capped actually. Not too much going on. The Hellions did kind of push forward, trying to kill some creep off. It looks like they were actually successful. Went straight back to the towers. Great job. Good amount of lings here. Overlord's just sitting back because they do not want to get too far ahead of themselves because they will die. 2 medevacs on the way. Ooh, and getting a Hellion out of the reactor, or factory, I'm sorry. Pretty cool stuff because you don't actually have the gas whenever you're trying to get medevacs, because he didn't actually start his 3rd and 4th gas. He's going to delay those later and go for a mineral heavy composition. A la Marines and Hellions. Cool. Zergling coming over here to take the Xel'Naga Tower, but they were greeted by flames and went back straight to hell. Just to see here, we have a Baneling nest now for Phoenix, and as I again mentioned in a previous cast, look at this positioning. If BlackDeath catches this, he can put his Marines right here. And the Zerglings are going to have to go all the way around, and then they can pick right back up and go away. So he can use this building placement as an advantage. In fact, he can drop right in between the Baneling Nest and the Evolution Chamber, and the Zerglings will have even a rougher time getting in here. And as I mentioned, that there's Zerglings on the way, a lot of Hellions. They are going to get us around, but they're greeted by Marines and Medevacs. Going to lose a lot of Zerglings here, which is quite unfortunate for Phoenix. Going to have to back out. He needs to keep those Zerglings alive because as soon as BlackDeath drops, he is going to be in a lot of trouble. 4 Banelings are being morphed in. BlackDeath is not loading up the medevacs quite yet. He decides he's going to push out creep. He does know that the 3rd isn't up. He did lose that SCV, but the drone decided, no, I cannot take that 3rd base. So we do have a stim up here on the Marauder. Trying to push up. They are fighting that spine crawler. Ooh, here comes the Lings and Banelings. He is going to have to get a good split. There's a ton of Lings out here for Phoenix. Looks like BlackDeath is going to go straight back to that Xel'Naga Tower here. We have the 3rd base up and running. He is going to kill those destructible rocks to get his 3rd base up and running faster than the Zerg himself. He does have a macro hatch, however, but still. Not mining off 3 base. Great job. He did have a scan as well. Him being BlackDeath, of course. Oh, but it looks like another surround coming in. Gonna surround on the Marines. Great liftoff by BlackDeath. The Banelings trying to 1A themselves over into there. However, both medevacs did get loaded up. Saved a lot of units there. Did lose some. However, I think that BlackDeath is actually in an advantage right now. He is heading over towards the 3rd with a siege tank. Does he have siege mode? He sure does. BlackDeath playing 1 step ahead of the game. He is getting an orbital command at his 3rd. Going to be forced to cancel and lift off most likely. Nope, he is actually going to be able to defend that. Great job. Banelings coming in. Marines trying to back out here. They want to save that 3rd command center. Want it to finish the orbital, but man, it's getting surrounded. He needs to cancel it. Oh, he didn't get it canceled. And now... Oh, wait, he did. Oh, wow. I completely, like... I looked at that. I saw it. It registered, but it just took me a little while. So there is a little bit of bad language here, but that's all right. I'm okay with that. I might have to put that in YouTube, but he's saying it would not lift because it is being morphed into an orbital command. It would not lift off, which is unfortunately the case. So BlackDeath upset at himself a little bit. He has his medevac loaded up. He is actually unloading it now, deciding, no, I cannot do drops right now. I am not safe to do so. I am at a disadvantage. The good thing is he did actually get that canceled, so he saved himself the money. But unfortunately, that's going to delay his third command center so long, and he does have two command centers coming up to try and get himself back into the game. Uh, Look at the supply counts. I'm saying too much again. Oh, I think the reason why is because as a Zerg player, you want to keep your money up a little bit. You want to float a little bit in bank because that way you know as soon as the units come out, like once you scout and see what kind of composition the opponent has, then you make the units to counter it. So you're a very, very reaction based race, and as soon as he sees the force, makes 20 Zerglings, which are going to. He is also going to get some Banelings to be able to deal with this because it is a mainly Marine force. We have the third base up and running for Phoenix. A fourth base is on the way as well because he does know that the Terran wanted to get up to 3 bases. Unfortunately, he was forced to cancel. But he should also know that BlackDeath does want to make some damage happen because he is playing at a disadvantage. And here it is. We see some Zerglings coming in. Oh, he's running into the Banelings. Ooh. Losing a ton of Marines. Wow, getting completely surrounded. The tanks are going to go down. Getting a lot of kills, actually. Doing a little bit more damage than I expected him to with that surround. But hey, good stuff for BlackDeath here. No Planetary Fortress. There it is. The Planetary Fortress is on the way. The fourth base is getting dropped by BlackDeath. Getting lifted off immediately as he starts getting attacked. Great job. I am going to try and keep my eye on that. I wish I could do that little XSplit trick that Husky put on where you could get the mini-map really, really large. Unfortunately, I can't. He is trying to kill off some Zerglings. He needs to lift off the... he's just going to suicide that drop. He has to focus attention elsewhere. Going over to the fourth base, or whatever, fourth or fifth, one of those. But I'm not sure what happened here that I unfortunately missed. Going over here, going to kill an Overlord, get some Ling kills as well. More Lings are being pushed out. There are some Mutalisk out on the field as well. Ooh, they're going to get a surround on those Marines, kill a few of those off, but run it into tanks. Here are the Banelings. The BlackDeath doesn't need to focus fire those Banelings with the tanks so that he can kill them without losing all the Marines. The Marines running into a corner, getting killed off by the Banelings and Zerglings. Man, I am not sure what BlackDeath is going to be able to do to get away with this. Checking for any drops over here at the bases. Unfortunately, I am not seeing those. Let me check over here. No, he is not dropping right now. I'm just trying to catch everything that I possibly can. So we see the Mutalisk cleaning up the medevacs. I am not sure what BlackDeath is going to be able to do to bring himself back into the game. 11 Marines are on the way. Plus 2 weapons is almost researched. He is lifting off that command center. Unfortunately, the majority of the force for Phoenix right now is actually Mutalisk. So he does need to get something to deal with those. I think those 11 Marines might be able to push it back. But with the Ling support as well, he's in a bit of a trouble here. I'm not sure what BlackDeath can do possibly to even pull himself back in. There are no turrets at the natural or the main, it appears. So he is not prepared for Mutalisk at all. We do have Marines trying to kill them off, but I don't know, man. I'm not sure what he can do. This is just a very bad situation. The only thing I could think of is Phoenix's Zergling count is so low that if he kills the Mutalisk off, he's in a very, very good spot. The Lings are coming in, killing off some Marines. All of the Lings do actually die. There's a tank on the high ground being able to kill those off, and Mutalisk does go down. He is forced to retreat. There are, it looks like 10 Banelings on the way as well for Phoenix here. The Marines are trying to get some Mutalisk kills. Oh my god, killing all of the Mutalisk. Phoenix, that was a huge blunder. 1Aing those Mutalisk over there and running into their deaths. Oh, but he has a little bit of reinforcements here. We do have a tank being sieged up at the low ground. The one that did some damage on the high ground is now sieged up. And what's great for BlackDeath, and what's keeping him in here, I believe, is that he has this fourth base up and running. And I don't think the Zerg knows about it. He is about to find out. So as long as he can secure that economy advantage. Sorry, I got an email. I also got a text message in my last cast, and I didn't even know it until afterwards because this headset's really, really good. A lot of Lings are going down. Marines are killing them off. Oh, the Lings are going to run into the Planetary Fortress and just die. There are a few Banelings here, which can do damage. The Planetary Fortress is not getting repaired, but the Mutalisk and the Lings are running right into missile turrets and a Planetary Fortress. That is such an unfavorable trade and not really a great decision by him. He's trying to trade everything like for one base is all he's trying to do. And with a good split, only losing a few Marines there, going to be able to kill off those Mutalisk and force the Lings and Banelings back. Banelings actually all dying right there as well. Third base is trying to get up and running. Checking the Harvester count, actually 69 to 50. Black Death does need a lot more harvesters, but he's been getting hit over and over and over. He's lost 14, so he would be actually ahead of the Zerg player, I believe. I don't remember what it was. So no, he wouldn't be quite ahead, but he'd be close. He'd be a lot closer if he didn't actually lose those. But hey, let's not focus on that too much. We do have oh my god, we have links coming in to surround. Tanks not sieged up, caught completely out of position. Mula's coming in to clean up. Black Death in a very, very bad spot right here. He is losing a lot of Marines, but good God, does he have... Oh, 2-2. Does the Zerg have any upgrades on his Lings? Yeah, 2-2. Wow. Marines are pretty good with medevac support. Wow. This is just... Like, I'm looking at this, and I'm just trying to think to myself, how is Black Death holding on? Like, I know whenever I play games like this, I'm just, like, trying to hold on as best as I possibly can. And I remember Black Death, whenever he submitted this replay and he told me, he said, I just kept on the aggression and tried to get myself back into the game. I mean, that's literally all he can do. Running into a ton of tanks, Zerglings, unfortunately, his tanks are unsieged yet again. Phoenix, for some weird reason, is deciding to back out instead of engage when the tank is not sieged up. So Black Death is able to siege up and push himself back and contain the middle of the base, or the middle of the map a little bit. We do have a 5th base up and running for Phoenix as well. No gas at it quite yet, but he is getting the minerals. It's not quite saturated, but doing what it can. Tank sieging up, great position here for Black Death. I'm not sure if he has enough to be able to take this or not. The upgrades are exactly even, but I believe that our upgrades are a little bit better. R being Terran, sorry. I should just say Terran and stop being biased. Working on it, guys. Working on my cast. This is what the whole point is. So, anyways, we do have some links going on. Are they going to actually try and engage that, or are they going to go for a counterattack? It looks like a counterattack. Oh, no. They're going to actually engage. They're running right into a tank. The tank managed to get sieged up before they attack. Losing a lot of stuff here. The Marines getting split as best as they possibly can, but the forces are just slowly dwindling down due to the swarm of Phoenix here. Man, I've said it multiple times throughout this cast, but Black Death, what can you do? What can you do? Can you pull anything off right now to put yourself into this game and secure yourself a win? I am not sure. We have that 4th base up and running because the main is completely dried out. It's just sitting there as an orbital. We have Lings dying all over the place. I mean, Phoenix, where are your units? Like, your units seem so low. Oh, because your Mutalisks count is so high. Yeah, I don't know if he knows, but Mutalisks are only okay, but Marines can kind of actually kill them much more cost efficiently. So, yeah. He has a lot of Mutalisks count. I'm going to actually go to the unit counting station. 30 Mutalisks. He has 73 drones and 48 Lings. 48 Lings is way too tiny, I believe. So we see the Marines stimming up here, killing all of the Zerglings again. Mutalisks trying to fight, but they're 0-1 right now. They do have the upgrades that they need. Just that one attack is going to be able to do a little bit more damage than it should. Well, not should, but I don't know why I said that there. But doing a little bit more damage than they normally did, so they're going to be able to kill off the Marines. The Marines stimming up, trying to defend this 3rd base here. No turrets up at it yet. Going to lose a lot of workers and Marines here. Sorry, I do have another email. I hope it is someone leaving me a comment, though. So we have more Marines trying to stem their way to force the Mutalisks back. This is why I think that people are starting to try to actually transition out of this Muta style, is because the upgrades, you have to actually get the upgrades for the air. And while that does apply to Broodlords, if you can get them, Phoenix isn't actually transitioning into him, which I don't believe the style even does. I think you just go Muta Bling Ling, and the upgrades are so low, and compared to the Marines, like I mentioned previously, the Marines are just so much more cost efficient when it comes to just a cost for cost Mutalist versus Marine. So I think Black Death has that going for him because that Phoenix is investing so much in a Mutalisk. We do have a lot of Banelings out, or morphing in. We have 11 morphing in, so that could be very, very deadly for Black Death. Ha ha ha. But yeah, right now it's going to a little bit more passive, but here comes another push. This aggression by Black Death is just silly, man. It's awesome. Great for casting. And great for playing, man. It can keep that Zerg just, like, forgetting everything. Whoa, I forgot Hive Tech. Whoa, I forgot to get Broodlords. Whoa, I forgot to get a Great Spire. Because all he is receiving is aggression from Black Death. Wow! So many drones dying here. Gonna lose that 5th base. Where are the forces of Phoenix? Here they come, trying to get a flank, running into tanks, deciding to pull back, so the tank is going to be able to get another shot. The Banelings are coming in. They are going to be able to kill all those Marines. The Marines did get surrounded by the Banelings. However, they actually got split. Wow. able to somehow split those Marines up, even though it looked like they were getting surrounded. We do have more Marines and tanks being reinforced here. 3 of the Marines still survive. Oh my good. This is just silly. The Mutalists do die, and there's a little smiley face by BlackDeath saying, "Hey, what's up? Marines are pretty good, man." Stimming up, killing a ton more drones. We do have a counterattack though at the third base. Let's see if how many worker kills are going to happen there. 36 actually. Right now, BlackDeath is ahead on the worker kill tab. 29 now. Killed 4 Phoenix onto BlackDeath. BlackDeath has lost 39 workers. This push over here has actually killed this 6th base? Is that what that is? And he's now heading over to the 4th. Yeah, dude, I get it. Says Phoenix. Marines are good. The counterattack did move over here towards the to the 4th base, I believe. I want to say. I don't know. I could be wrong. The Marines just kind of not moving, but they just like move command over there. I'm not sure if BlackDeath gave a little bit of a dance right there, saying, "Hey, Marines are really good." Tanks sieged up. Are they going to be able to kill that hatchery? No, not at all. Not even close. Vikings are out on the field. Has he scouted a Greater Spire? I'm not sure if he has or not. No. He does see the hive tech, so I guess it was just reactionary, so he can use it to kill overlords if he wishes, and just to prepare for broodlords. We had the medevacs trying to make their way back onto here. I'm glad he can spend 50 minerals and rape any unit. And there goes Phoenix. So, I believe, to be honest, to give a little recap of this game, I have to be completely honest. I think that Phoenix wasn't that good. Like, I don't want to, you know what I mean? Like, he could probably beat me in a 1v1, and he could, do all these other terrible things to me in real life. But in this game, compared to BlackDeath, I just think that Phoenix doesn't get it, man. Marines are very, very good, and he just didn't have the Ling or Baneling count to be able to deal with the Marines. He didn't surround at all. He hardly used his Banelings, and he tried to fight with Mutalists against the Marine style. And he's going to lose. I mean, like he said, Marines are pretty good, especially against Mutalists. So I think that's what brought back BlackDeath back into the game. And that wasn't necessarily... I mean, obviously, there's some skill involved with BlackDeath. He's constantly putting on aggression, trying to macro up his heart out, trying to get his 4th base up and running as long as he possibly can without losing it. And he's doing a lot of stuff. Drops, making sure his engagements go well. So let's not discredit BlackDeath, but at the same time, I think the only way that he was able to pull back from a win from that early game, as we saw, like I was mentioning over and over, is like, how is BlackDeath going to get himself out of here? And I think that was solely Phoenix's fault. That's just to be my honest opinion on the recap. But anyways, regardless, if you like the cast, please be sure to subscribe. And my Twitter is cprog1x. I have listed it in the previous description. Yeah, we're good to go. Love you guys. Take care. Goodbye.